So I'm going to give you the exact content you need to sell. So most people don't, when they're creating content, they're just thinking of like every post on its own. I'm going to create a post, I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to see what happens. Maybe I have a call to action, maybe I share some tips, but most people are thinking of content as like a singular thing. They're not really relating it to literally anything else. And so what I have found is that when you can create 3 types of content, it helps separate what your purpose is. And it's based on your goals, right? So if your goal is to grow, you need to do certain types of content, growth content. If your goal is to just create community, that is a certain type of content. And if your goal is to sell, that is again a certain type of content. So what I want you to do when you're creating content is like think about the goal that you have first. What is your weekly goal? Not even just your daily goal, but like overall, every single week, what are you going into your content creation with what goal in mind? Is it to make more money? Is it to get X number of leads? Is it to create conversations? Is it just to like grow your following or increase your reach or just get more eyeballs on your account because you have an application or something like that? What is your goal? What is the goal you're working towards with that content? So when you have that goal in mind, your goals dictate all action. So the goal that you have will tell you what you need to do that week. If your goal is to make sales, guess what? Sales content, outreach, that type of thing. Now, I had like a piece of beet in here. What I want you to do next is say, okay, now that I have this goal in mind, what actually needs to come from that? And so when I'm thinking through like my sales content, it's generally authority, leadership, like expert level content with a strong call to action to move forward. Generally, it won't really be from like fast reels or like B-roll text on screen. It's going to be from like talking head reels, carousels, and stories. Those are the 3 things that you can do to really increase your chances of converting your followers into customers. So that's first and foremost. So now you know the types of content. Talking head, carousel, stories. Stories being the most effective way to convert. Now, have I made sales through reels? Yes. Have I made sales through carousels? I have like 3 carousels that have made me $23,000. So yes, it works. But stories is really, your Instagram stories is going to be a way for you to get in front of, if you think about it, the people who watch you daily. So they're the warmest, the hottest leads, the people who interact with you on a consistent basis because they watch you daily, and people that are most likely have already been in your DMs. People that don't know you likely, or like just following you, they don't know if they like you, they don't know if they trust you, they don't know if they want to invest in you. So generally, if we're narrowing down our options, stories is going to be the place to focus on. So selling in stories is going to be key. And you're like, okay, well, what do I do? What am I talking about? What you can do when you think about the content that you need to do to sell, 1, think of what you can do every single day. So when I tell people, in order to make daily sales, you need to sell daily. That doesn't mean get on here and be like, buy my product, yes, no, click the link, comment below every single day. Like, you don't need to have a commercial up every single day on your stories. But what you need to do is come from different angles of your messaging. So you might have expert knowledge or like authority knowledge where you're sharing from your experience, from your past stories, from what you've learned, your teachings. All of that authority base is going to be your first piece of content. The second piece would be more from the standpoint of your how to take the first step type of content. So there's the authority, there's the how to take the first step. I'm saying how to separately because most people think that's educational content. It's not. It's how to get started, how to take the first step. What are your clients doing right now that is that first step? Because you want them to really be engaged with that piece. And then the third piece is going to be more of like your it would be called like contrarian beliefs, but like controversial call in, call out type of scenario. So like you're calling someone out on something that they're doing that is no longer working for them or serving their goals. And you want them to just like wake up. And generally, you can do this content anywhere on your feed, whether it's in your posts, in your stories, in your carousels, whatever it is on here, on live video, in emails. But those three things are really pivotal. Now, you can do authority content with testimonials. You can do authority content telling stories. You can do how-to content with testimonials. You could do controversial takes or call-outs with stories. But you need to have this like mix. So what I recommend doing is like testing a variety of these ideas where you could do like an authority plus proof, an authority plus like a client win, a how-to plus maybe like this hot take on something. Test these in your audience. There's not just necessarily going to be like one surefire way that everyone on the internet is making money. You have to find what fits your audience best, your messaging best, and what you actually can accomplish, because then you get into like the logistics of like editing and cadence and speech and all these things. Like you don't have to worry about that yet. What you need to do is lay a foundation of testing strategies to sell. So when you're in your stories, are you leading with an authority statement, speaking to the transformation they get, and then actually making it to the call to action? Actually making it to the call to action. That is the part most people forget. So when I say do an authority post, a how-to, and a controversial, you have to remember to get to the call to action. In my program, we do this. When we work together, we can do this. Sarah got these results by executing step 1 in this framework. When you're ready to finally do XYZ, comment info below. You have to have the transition point. So like the hook is the statement that pulls them in. The supporting evidence is like what you say next. And then you have your call to action, which is like the transition point. Transitioning that person to wake up, take action, and like say something back to you. That is why your DMs are silent. Your DMs are silent. People are ghosting you because you do not transition to that and tell them what you need them to do in order to take that first step. So today, create some of that content. Whether that's in a story, a carousel, or a reel, do what you will. Set the goal for content. Position your content where it needs to be seen by the people who are ready to take that next step, and tell them what to do. How they can work with you, how they can apply, book an info call, click the link in your bio, I don't care. Whatever that next step is, you have to tell them what to do. So from here, you're able to then gauge the success of it. What worked, what didn't work, what should you do again? When it works, you double down and do it again. Month over month, week over week, daily, if you have it. So when you have those things in place, you are better positioned in the market. Your ideal client isn't going to forget about you. And the biggest error that I see occurring, like I can give you all the tips, right? But like you have to actually try them. But like the biggest error that you need to be mindful of is like thinking people know what you do. And so when I say sell daily, it's just creating an opportunity for yourself every day to be found by the people who need what you have to do. Like why you exist, why you're super passionate about what you do, what you sell, the product you have, the outcomes, the stories, the transformation you provide. Give yourself an opportunity to talk about that every single day. You are not bothering people. Think about it like this. So you have a lemonade stand. Your lemonade stand, maybe you have a beet juice stand, but your lemonade stand is out on the curb. It's there. People drive by it every day, but it's only open on Saturdays. Only open on Saturdays. You're only out there selling lemonade on Saturdays, but people are driving by it and they're like seeing the lemonade stand, but they can't buy it. They like know it exists. And then soon they pass it so many times, they forget about it. They stop looking at the lemonade stand. And they might see you out there on a Saturday and they're like, oh, I'll catch them next time. Or, oh, that's weird. I'm not used to seeing a person standing at the lemonade stand. And then because you're only selling on Saturdays, lemonade, you're capturing only like one bit of foot traffic. What about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday? You are missing out on such an opportunity to capture interest have even conversations, and present sales if you only sell your lemonade on Saturdays. But people are passing you every single day driving home from work, scrolling their phone at night. They're passing you every single day. How often are you giving someone the opportunity to work with you? Once a month? Once a week? Once a quarter? Because you're like, oh, I don't want to bother them. But they're looking for the solutions every single day. People get on Instagram to scroll because of what? Disassociate or find a solution. Run from something, run to something. That is the two reasons people use social media. They are scrolling to either get away and distract, and they might find your solution, or to literally go search for something. A new restaurant, a new recipe, a new person, a solution to like why they can't fold a fitted sheet. Those are the two paths. Will you be there when they pass your lemonade stand? Is that going to be something that you are out there at least for a couple minutes a day, just selling to a couple cars driving by? Are you selling lemonade more consistently than not? The answer should be yes, because people are always looking for a solution. People are always scrolling. You can always be found by at least one person who's not currently following you because you're so consistent. I know you. You are consistent. So if you want to sell lemonade more often, if that's something that is like exciting to you and you're like, well, how do I incorporate that? Then we can chat. We can chat about that, what that looks like for your business, for your products. I create personalized sales systems for your business. This is not like a box of like, this is how you do it. It's personalized. It's created for your specific product, your specific launch strategy, and how you're actually creating transformations. It is not a set it and forget it type of thing. It's a business. You get to grow and evolve with it. If you want to set it and forget it product, go to affiliate marketing, direct sales. If you want a business that you're using social media strategies to get in front of more people, that's when people come to work with me. I've been doing it for 15 years. So, my DMs are always open. If you want to ask more questions about this, I have a 5-day challenge coming up next week where every single day we're talking through the offer that your audience is going to buy from you on repeat. So what that offer actually looks like. Most of you probably don't have this type of offer. The second thing we're going to talk through is how to bring your story to life so that you can create content faster. It hits on a deeper level. And then we're going to build out the different areas of your marketing plan. So we're going to build out what it means to sell on repeat, the positioning for your product in the marketplace so that it essentially sells itself. People can like read it and they immediately buy. And then we're putting it all together into this launch plan for you and your business. If you'd like to join, comment challenge below, DM me challenge, or put in the comments below. And I will see you guys next week. We have nearly, I think, just over 100 people joining us. So I hope to see you there.